Hello, and we are back with our Batman the Animated Series episodes commentary. And today's episode is one that I really love, probably one of the best, in my opinion, in the whole show, called Harlequinade, and of course, featuring Harley Quinn as the main character. So, as usual, let's do our countdown so we can watch the episode together. If you're watching your DVD box set or Blu ray box set or streaming service, with Batman the Animated Series, all right? Let's go in 3, 2, 1, give it a play. So the first Warner Bros. Logo is on the screen. Now the second one. And yes, Harlequinade, this is one of my favorite episodes in the whole show. And, ironically enough, featuring a character that was created for this show, Harley Quinn, right? If you don't know. She was created as a character in the DC lore, in the Batman universe lore for this show. So it's interesting that this is probably the first episode with her as the main protagonist. And I really love the whole idea of this episode because it is about Batman having to use the help of Harley Quinn to solve a case of the Joker, right? So the Joker is posing a threat to the city, and Batman has to get Harley out of Arkham Asylum to help him to find the Joker. And it's probably just one of the best plots or one of the best written plots of any episode in this show. So it starts the story with this kind of a criminal auction that is going on to sell a atomic bomb. Some gangsters are selling an atomic bomb to the highest bid in the auction for other criminals. And this is quite unusual, right? But of course, the Joker arrives and kind of ruins the party, because he's going to steal the bomb for himself. And this is basically what starts the plot, having the Joker in possession of an atomic bomb. This is very dangerous. And the way he uses to scare the criminals away so he can steal the bomb is to reveal a bomb on himself, right? He has, or at least a fake bomb that he threats everybody to explode in the warehouse. And if the bomb explodes, of course, the atomic bomb will go off as well. So the Joker throws his fake bomb to the guy doing the auction. And it is, like I said, a fake bomb, so it shows a little doll inside with confetti and all that stuff. And then, of course, the Joker's gas is released into the guy and makes him laugh maniacally. Then we see Batman and Gordon talking outside the warehouse after the whole incident. And the Joker's whereabouts is unknown, so Batman has the idea that he must find someone who thinks like the Joker to be able to find him. And the next scene, we see him going to Arkham Asylum and finding none other than Harley Quinn. And he enters her cell, and she was playing with a doll, so she gets scared by his sudden arrival. And Batman explains the situation to her. And the great thing about this episode is the fact that it's so funny. It's one of the most funny episodes in the show, because of the nature of the character Harley Quinn. She's full of quips and jokes in this episode. She's full of her Harley quiz mannerisms and all the things that come with the idea of her having to join forces with Batman. This whole unusual plots and unusual alliance only can can bring you know funny stuff. And the next scene, she gets really happy by the offer that he does of helping him save Gotham City. But in the next scene, she's handcuffed inside the Batmobile, and we see she is able to she's able to release herself from the cuffs, and obviously, as the curious girl that she presses a button in the panel of the Batmobile and releases a parachute in the back of the car and just causes mayhem in the street. And Batman, he gives her a scolding, and you know, she makes this very cute face of a child that just was scolded, saying, "Yes, sir." Um, yes, of course. And this is the fun thing about Harley, I mean, this version of Harley Quinn, uh, talking about the character itself, this is the best version of her, all ever. Um, this is the first version of her, of course, in any media, but for me, it will always be the best one because she comes with all the quirks and things that make Harley Quinn a fun character for me. That is the idea that she's almost like this child, right? She behaves like a child, but at the same time, she can be evil, uh, just because of her, her alliance and complete loyalty to the Joker. So, but in the end of the day, she is this child, this uh, funny and quirky child. Um, so this is something that is missing in the other versions of Harley, whatever is from maybe comics or video games, movies, of course, with the Margot Robbie's version. Sometimes there is this lack of a purity inside her. She actually uh, she is this wild girl, but at the same time, she's completely pure inside. She's trying to be happy, and and there must be this cuteness that makes us, uh, fond of her. The fact that as a character, she's a villain and she is evil in the in the great sense of the word, but we cannot help but be, fond of her because of her inherent cuteness. I was just laughing because, like I said, she's so funny in this episode. Batman, he uses his grappling hook to hook himself up in the facade of the building, and when Harley is going to do it, her 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 own grappling hook falls on her head. Then Batman grabs her and brings her up with his grappling hook, and she's screaming wildly, of fear. And these are the moments that make you really really, laugh of her and appreciate this character. And of course, when they are going after these, they are going to this criminal club with these high standard criminals or gangsters, almost like a casino. And when they get there, Harley immediately betrays Batman by knocking him out from his back. And then I believe that the name of the main gangster, he is Boxy. I don't know. I don't remember the name. But he knows Harley, and probably they have a history together. So and initially he points his gun to her, and all the gangsters also points their guns to her, but she using her, charisma and charm and cuteness, she's able to distract him. And this is all part of Harley's plan, because in the end of the game, she's actually doing this to help Batman, so and now comes what I think is one of my favorite scenes, not only in this episode, but in this whole show. That is, Harley does a show. She sings a song by a piano to all the guys in the club, and this is probably one of the most genius moments of animation history, in my opinion. Uh, and obviously in this show, because it's I think it's the best moment of this character ever in any media for me. She's singing this song that is about her relationship with the Joker. It's such a cute song with the rhymes and all that stuff, but it tells a very sad story of abuse, that it's her life with her beloved Joker, or Mr. J. And just the idea how well crafted and executed this scene is. It could be, used in a movie or in a game or any place, and it would be genius. Uh, and not only that, but the actress uh, who portrays the voice of Harley, which the name escapes me now. If you guys remember, you can put it on the comments. She does such an amazing, incredible job in this scene. And the song is great. It's a great song, and all of this is used to distract the gangster so that Robin can show up. And first of all, so she can get an information to help Batman, but at the same time, it also helps by having Robin arriving at the party and saving Batman. Uh, so now it becomes a trio of heroes, right? Or sort of heroes, with Batman, Robin, and Harley, and she helps them. Helps Batman and Robin to kick the goons' asses, and and she's so happy and so excited about this whole action, and that you cannot help but love her and her charisma when they the three of them escape the club. She's still kicking and punching the air of so much excitement. It's so beautiful. I love, love, love this episode. I just love it. And yeah, man, this is exactly what is missing about the other versions of Harley. I think that the standards of putting Harley in any media today is to just get the common and obvious quirks that she has, and portray them in a obvious way. Like, she's funny and laughing all the time, and funny in the sense of she's speaking with this thin voice, and she's laughing and giggling, and it's just annoying, today, or in other versions. She's just this annoying girl that can't stop talking, in most of these recent versions. And this is completely missing the point of this character, because I don't believe that. There are moments that Harley is kind of annoying in the show here in Batman the Animated Series, but it's just few and far between. Usually she's mostly funny. She's almost like she has this kind of humor that goes back to the Three Stooges almost, and she's always the victim of this humor in the end of the day, which makes her even more charismatic for us, the audience. But today we just have her as as this, take it the Margot Robbie's version, for example. She's just this badass girl who is, talks in this thin voice and giggles and all that stuff. And this is just annoying. The video game, I will not even mention the video game version, which is, I think, is the worst for me. And of course, probably there are even more worst versions, if that word exists in other medias. But this is my problem when they represent this character. And that continues here. This episode is so good in the animated series that they continued to use the character Harley in other stories as the main protagonist, basically. So we're gonna have later in this same season, we're gonna have Harley's Holiday, which is also another amazing episode in my opinion, which features a regeneration of the character, which is something that, like I said, is a very common theme in the show, having these characters regenerating. But anyway, and also, of course, one of the most classic episodes of the whole show, which is Mad Love. For a moment, I forgot the name of the episode, but Mad Love is probably one of the best episodes of, again, any animation ever. And once again, we have Harley, as the protagonist. And here we finally have Harley and Batman and Robin finding the Joker, and the Joker has the mayor as a hostage. And we see, Harley betraying the Joker. Sorry, betraying Batman again, but this time for real, because she wants to go back to the arms of the Joker. And we see that the Joker is going to use the bombs. I mean, use the atomic bomb that he stole in the beginning of the episode to, blow up Gotham and blow up the mayor in I think his house here. I'm not sure, but at the same time, now that Harley brought Batman and Robin along, it's even better for the Joker, because now he will get the three of them in the explosion, which is amazing for him. Of course, he has an escape plan, right? Joker has an escape plan that is this airplane with his features, and all colored in purple. But Harley, she's not fond of the idea of leaving the Gotham City to explode and leaving all her friends behind, which she considers to be the inmates of Arkham, Croc and Poison Ivy, of course, and Harvey Dent and all these people. And she tries to convince Joker to turn back. Not only that, of course, her hyenas. She cannot leave her hyenas behind to be blown up to smithereens, right? So she decides to leave the Joker and save Batman to help him defuse the bomb. And this is where we're gonna have Joker taking off with his plane. He shoots some missiles from the plane towards Batman. Batman was trapped in a tree, right, with his wrists trapped in the trunk of the tree. And Batman, in the last minute, he was saved by Harley, and then now he's going to defuse the bomb. So the Joker, he orders his goons that are piloting the plane to turn back, and they do. And this is where we're gonna have Robin. He's going to defuse the bomb, or help Batman refuse the bomb, and they cut the wires off the thing, which is the most effective way. And then we have the plane, Joker's plane, hovering over the scene, and he again shoots some missiles in Batman and Robin, and the whole thing explodes, and we see this very funny quick scene with the mayor. Before he was trapped on a chair that was thrown into the pool, but Batman saved him. And now, once the bomb is exploded, I mean the missiles exploded, he jumped into the pool again, which was a funny moment. So the Joker starts to fire his machine gun towards the bomb, to the atomic bomb, in order to explode it. And then Harley herself, shoots her grappling hook towards the Joker, and she's able to hit him on the head with the hook. And he starts to fire his machine gun all around crazily, and ends up shooting the engine of his own plane, which makes the whole thing crash into the mansion of the mayor, which is absolutely great. It's a big explosion, by the way, but obviously Joker didn't die. So we have this very funny scene with the Joker coming out of the mansion, dizzy and, staggering, and then he falls over. And we see Harley, going towards the Joker, and she has a machine gun on her hand. It looks like she's going to kill him because she's so angry. But then the Joker challenges her, going, "You don't have the guts." Again, being totally abusive with her psychological. And but she shoots the gun, and is a fake gun, that has these stripes of ha ha ha. And the Joker goes, "Oh baby, you're the greatest," and she jumps on his lap again, and they, like usual, they fall in love again. And well, and we see Batman and Robin going completely confused by the whole thing. And this is it. This is the end of the episode. A crazy ending, but I think is a very appropriate and perfect ending for the episode, with a heart closing the black screen towards the credits. And this is it. Harlequinade, a great episode. I love it. And if you are loving my content here in the channel, please don't forget to leave your beloved like and your wonderful subscription, so we can keep talking about Batman and DC Universe forever, alright? See you in the next Bat episode, and bye-bye.